Okay, let's do the example of dividing 5158 by 2. And I'm going to tell you that what I'm going to show you is to do division as a series of subtractions only and nothing else, okay? We're just going to follow some steps, okay? So the first thing we're going to do, since we're dividing by 2, we're going to produce the table of times 2, okay? And here it is. Now, the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the first number inside the division house. And the number is the number 5. And I'm going to find the sandwich of the number 5, which means I'm going to sandwich the number 5 in between two numbers in the multiplication table. And I can see that the number 5 is in between the 4 and the 6. So I'm going to choose 2 times 2 equals 4. And I'm going to use those numbers and put them in my division. So I have 2 on top of the division house and 4 right underneath the number 5. And as you can see, we haven't done any calculations yet. And this is going to be the first calculation we're going to do. And that calculation is going to be the subtraction of 5 and 4. So I'm going to subtract, I'm going to have 5 minus 4 equals to 1. And that was the first step. And the second step is just going to repeat the first step. That's it. So I'm going to break down the number 1. And now I have the number 11. And I'm going to find the sandwich of number 11. Again, I'm going to look at the multiplication table and squeeze the number 11 somewhere in between there. So I can see that the number 11 is in between the number 10 and the number 12. So I'm going to choose 2 times 5 equals 10. And so I'm going to write down 5 on top of the multiplication table. And I'm going to write down 10 so I can subtract it from the number 11, okay? So here's the second calculation we're going to do. That's 11 minus 10 is equals to 1. And again, we're going to repeat the same steps again. So we're going to bring down the number 5. So now I have the number 15. And now I'm going to sandwich the number 15 in the multiplication table. And I can see that the 15 is in between the 14 and the 16. Okay? So I'm going to choose 2 times 7 equals 14. So I'm going to write down the 7 on top of the division house and the number 14 right underneath the number 15. And this is the next calculation we're going to do, which is, and it's actually the third calculation, is a subtraction. We're going to subtract 14 from 15. So we have 15 minus 14 equals 1. And again, we're going to repeat the same steps again. Okay, so we're going to bring down the number 8, and we have 18 now, right? And we're going to squeeze the number 18 somewhere in the multiplication table. And we can see that the number 18 is actually equals to 2 times 9 equals 18. So that is the sandwich of number 18. So we're gonna write down 9 on top of the division house, and we're gonna write down 18 right underneath the 18. And when we subtract, we're gonna end up with 0 as a remainder. And we just performed this division doing only subtractions, and we're only doing baby steps for now. Okay, so we're gonna do another example.